Yo, 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 what up? It's your boy, L. Ron Humperdinck, Dylan James, Political Dank House. Been walking around like an idiot, hanging out with the people that are on the dock, you know. Could have been recording this and uploading it while I did it, but hey. When the shit hits the fan, all I'm gonna have is my memories, you know. Shitting around with the boys. Doing stuff we all don't want to do. Work. Not the act of working, but, you know, the particular job we were doing. Hey, Political Dank House. There's the logo. You know, hop to it, bitch. Tags. Political Dank House. You guys know the drill. Out on Humperdinck. Dylan James, One Man Carnival. DJ Lineberry, blah, 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 blah. One Man Carnival. Wearing my pink hat for pussy power. Wahmen. No, I'm just playing. Well, kinda. It's kind of for women. You'll see why. To go with my point. What we've learned recently within like 11 hours, everybody's tripping like, oh, Sarah Sanders. Oh, bye, you stupid, ugly retard. Oh, you fat pig. Oh, you know, I think Jim Carrey's somewhere like harvesting his own hemorrhoid blood so that he can draw a picture of Sarah Sanders' lips with the blood, the red from the blood of his anus or something, and go, oh yeah, I showed you. Jim Carrey is the artist equivalent, and I'm not gonna say he's not an artist because he draws, you know, but he is a fucker. When I draw my stuff, you've seen my stuff on Instagram. I just showed you my personal Instagram, one_man_carnival. I draw stuff, and I don't go, this is what it means to be whatever, and this is how the resistance rises and whatever. I just draw art. There's somebody out there from the Hard Bastard family, David McDowell. You should check his shit out. He does a lot of political stuff, and he doesn't say anything. He lets his art say it. He doesn't get up on Bill Maher and trip and go, "Whoa, we need to embrace socialism." And this is, just imagine if they take my ability to draw art. He's not, you know, like Jim Carrey does, shitting in his hand to throw it at Trump or whoever he happens to do it at. And he's always with the fucking cold ass takes that are always wrong. And he threw it's like if you shit in your hand and throw shit at someone, Jim Carrey, what's the first step of that action? You had to shit in your own hand, didn't you? HB said this about someone recently, and I thought it was funny. I thought, well, yeah, that's true. You self-owned. He says it about Chink Uygur from the Young Turks all the time. Like, you may have thrown your shit at me, but, like, you shit in your own hand first. It's like if let's just say you're using gay as an insult, right? And you were to go, oh, you're gay like me. It'd be like, oh, you got him. You called him gay. It's like, yeah, but you stabbed yourself to take someone else down. Like, it wasn't a clean kill. Like, when somebody goes, oh, you're a fag, and someone goes, well, it takes one to know one. It's like, congratulations, you didn't defend yourself as not being a fag. You just called them one, too. And by default, you'd be saying that they had the knowledge to do it, so you're really backing them up. And I just see people like Jim Carrey doing stuff like that. And the reason I went off on a tangent, there's people like him, these elitists that want to act like, oh, I'm still quirky. I'm just an artist out here on the beat, kicking it. No, you're not, Jim. Shut the fuck up. But Sarah Sanders is leaving, which, you know, is sad. We'll watch it. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Let me put my earbuds in. That's what. You'll have to bear with me. I think one of my earbuds is out, unless I hold it in a certain way, but it's not going to matter. Here we go.
And I thought maybe I'd just take a moment. So at the White House and been with me now 3.5 years before I won, before the election, is a person, a friend, a woman, a great, magnificent person, actually, named Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Hold on. The reason I bring this up, I'm going to rewind this. It says 3.5 years. People are crying about it. And I thought it was just something that he said in a tweet, and I thought maybe he meant to hit 2. And I'm not one of those that's like, well, maybe Trump meant this. Maybe he meant that. It was a mistake. I don't think I have to defend it because who the hell cares? It's like, you're happy that Sarah Sanders leaves. Oh, yeah, fuck that bitch. And then you're like, well, I'm also mad because Trump didn't get the amount of years she was there, right? It's like they just want to bitch about everything. Couldn't you just be happy that she's gone? No, they can't. Oh, I'm yawning. It's 4:11 here in the morning, so. But I want to see. It seems like he said 3.5 years here too, and people say, well, that would put her back in December 2015 if this is June 2019. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm not trying to rationalize Trump. I'm trying to think of why he would say that, and then especially now hearing this, because this is actually the first time I've heard this. I'm hearing it with you guys. I got the gist of it, but I'm listening to it. I'm trying to think, because 2015, he would have known he was running in June 2015. He was getting on the escalators. And he said in the White House, though, so that's why I'm, like, perplexed about it. So maybe he might have minced words or something. But I could see somebody working with him 3.5 years because Huckabee was on with him very early. And by default, his daughter, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, would be, because she helped run Mike's campaign, Mike Huckabee, that is, and other people's in Arkansas.
Great, magnificent person, actually, named Sarah Huckabee.
Hold on.
House and. And I thought maybe I'd just take a moment. So, at the White House, and been with me now 3.5 years before I won, before the election, is a person, a friend, a woman, a great, magnificent person, actually.
See, that's what I would think. I think he said White House one more time, guys. But he said with me before I won. He wants to make sure before I won. Some of these people were like, whoa. Some of the stuff, these people that are complaining about 3.5 years, what bothers me about them is that they don't really fucking care about the fine line and everything being grammatically correct, because Obama was so great whenever he talked in character, and Hillary when she says I don't feel no ways tired, so she's not mocking somebody and quote unquote being racist, like by their own standards, not mine, whenever she does it. And she's not, Hillary's speaking in broken English. Nobody does that. And so with Trump, he says afterward, he's one of those where he'll say something, and then afterwards he'll follow something up with it really quick. And you'll notice if you ever play online games or you talk on the internet, you'll say something and you don't delete it, and you'll quickly not cover up, but come behind it with something else. That's what he said 3.5 years even before we won. And so that right there should surpass the previous, which is in the White House. He said 3.5 years. And he said, because that's how long he's known her, because he's known her and he was working with her before he was president. And so he's going to think it's how long he's known her from the beginning. Something like that's going to be more important than the presidency, or easily remembered, and going to be his de facto starting point. So he said before. And so not only was she on the transition team, she would have been helping him campaign, because I remember Mike Huckabee campaigning for Trump very early on.
And I thought maybe I'd just take a moment. So, at the White House, and been with me now 3.5 years before I won, before the election, is a person, a friend, a woman, a great, magnificent person, actually, named Sarah Huckabee Sanders. And she's very popular.
The black guy behind Trump is flipping out because all these people snapping pictures. It is one frame out of like almost a million when it comes to something like this. If you really wanted to break it down in frames, you could do it. But look at him. He's being nice. People can say he's being cordial, but these people that are far lefties that are criticizing no matter what, they're not going to care if this guy is being cordial. So they can't even use the, well, he was being cordial defense, because they're not even being cordial.
Very popular.
Very popular.
And
I like her. To be honest with you, I wonder who he's going to pick. I'll go into this, but she's a mother, and I'll tell you how that helps. You know me, I'm not a woman hater, but there's not a lot of women who can thug it out.
she's done an incredible job, but we've been through a lot together, and she's tough, but she's good. You know, you also have tough and bad, right? She's tough and she's good. She's great. And she's going to be leaving the service of her country, and she is going to be going, I guess you could say private sector, but I hope she comes from a great state, Arkansas. That was a state I won by a lot, so I like it, right? But we love Arkansas, and she's going to be...
Oh, you hear that? Trump's only going to like a place if he wins. See how easy that'd be. See how many times you could stop a video or try to derail a tweet thread, you know, nitpicking things. It's like I've said before in other videos, and I'll bring it back up quickly. On Xbox, I played whenever I was younger, and I mean, I still do some. Not in a while, but I'm not going to say I would be above playing again. There comes a time when the group of your people you're with, you're not completely just copacetic with them. Or somebody will say something off color, and you take it the wrong way, and you'll go to your mama or something. And then every time you say something from then on, somebody's going to try, you know that somebody's going to try to break your sentence with, oh yeah, that's what your mom did to me. You know, like, man, this game blows. Yeah, your mom blows. You know, it's just like, come on, dude. And then you start psychologically trying to beat them to the joke before they can do it. Then they can pretend like, well, I wasn't going to make it. You're kind of calling yourself out. And you know damn well they were going to make it. They're just mad that, and you know, this works with, you know, this describes lefties. They get mad as shit. I've done this other video before. I said, yeah, and it was talking about abortion. I said, everybody always uses rape as an excuse, so don't use that. I said, try and explain to me abortion and stop, and don't say rape, and don't say that, you know, 1 in 4 women is getting raped. And they were like, oh, how dare you, you fucking gall? You're gonna say they've been raped. I've been assaulted, and I never said she wasn't. I said, don't try to use the emotional argument on me. I mean, if she thinks, and if by default she thinks I don't, well, you don't understand what it's like to go through it. Well, then why would you try to convince me with emotion if you think I'm callous anyways? I think it's hilarious, and she got pissed because I called her next move before she could do it, and she didn't even reply to me. I don't remember. I mean, if I remember correctly, which I think I do.
Going back to Arkansas with her great family, her husband is a fantastic guy, and her family. And I don't know, Phil and folks, if we can get her to run for the governor of Arkansas, I think she'll do very well.
Nice. I'm wearing pink for girl power, by the way.
But I just saw her in the room, and I really wanted to call her up. She is a special person, a very, very
look at sexist
fine
Trump
woman. She has been so great. She has such heart.
Wait a minute. How is Trump next to this black guy, and then next to this woman, and not getting cooties? How is he not like falling out dead from seizures? We must be so evil that he's good at pretending being good. See, this whole shit about sexist and racist, just stop with the shit. I don't believe in those isms anyways, but a bunch of Marxist gobbledygook. But the least you could do is just, like I said, I beat people to the punch and they get mad. Just go. Like with all these people, they say, oh, I'm a feminist. I guess I'll go into it now. I'm a feminist. I love women. I love them. And it's like, yeah, but all these Republican, like Jim Carrey and all these people, yeah, here's a picture, and it's a fucking lopsided drawing of Sarah Sanders' face, or they have a pig snout or something like that, which is fine, whatever. I don't give a shit, but it's funny to watch them. And I'm not even surprised, because it's like, why should we even talk about it, really? Because, you know, they're going to do that. Lefty's going to left, hypocrite's going to hip. It's hip to be a hypocrite. But they're the ones establishing that, yo, you need to treat women with respect, and then they're shitting on these women. Well, it's different for that because she's not a real woman. She's a legit woman. She's the epitome of a woman because she's a trad. She's a trad woman. She's a mom. She cooks, cleans, wrangles the tards in the press pool. That's why I think earlier I said something about a mother. I think she handles so well, and I think she mentions it in this. I saw it on somebody's Instagram stories where I saw some of it. I'm remembering now. That's how she's able to. Oh yes, 420 by the way, blaze up, 420 and 12. That's how she's good at wrangling the tards.
Strong, but with great heart. And I want to thank you for an outstanding job.
Sir.
And thank you.
She's about to cry.
Thank you, honey.
Oh my God, he kissed her. Fucking sexual assault.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
The fact that she didn't try to pull away is proof even more that she felt uncomfortable.
I'll try not to get emotional.
Maybe
because
that's
I
why
know
she's
that crying
uncomfortable.
can make us look weak sometimes, right?
Crying can make us look weak.
This has been the honor of a lifetime, the opportunity of a lifetime. I couldn't be prouder to have.
She's got internalized chauvinism. Crying makes us look weak. Oh, I bet a man told her that. It does make you look weak. It makes you, especially when you're crying, not like tears of like, damn, somebody died. That's understandable. And I mean, it take you like a week maybe to get over it. I'm not saying that it's that fast, but you know what I mean. There's a threshold of, hey, crying's not helping me. We break up with a girl 1 or 2 or 3 days, or so, no more than a week. And that is what I'm thinking of, not the passing loved one, But still, eventually you're going to have to embrace things. But the crying makes us weak. God, I'm surprised people ain't tripped over that.
I'll try not to get emotional because I know that crying can make us look weak sometimes, right?
Yawning can make us look tired, Sarah.
This has been the honor of a lifetime, the opportunity of a lifetime. I couldn't be prouder to have had the opportunity to serve my country and particularly to work for this president. He has accomplished so much in these 2.5 years, and it's truly
She said
been
2.5, so.
Something I will treasure forever. It's one of the greatest jobs I could ever have. I've loved every minute, even the hard minutes. I have loved it.
She's loved it. Let's remember that. So, but Trump said 3.5 years, right? He tweeted 3.5 years, and he said 3.5 years. And Sarah Sanders just now said 2.5 years. So now all these people that say, oh, Sarah Sanders carries the water for President Trump. How does it feel to be the liar in chief's mouthpiece, and an ugly mouth at that, big mouth, blah, blah, pig face, blah, blah, blah. So if she's carrying water for the president, then how come she didn't say 3.5 years too? Why didn't she hear it and go, oh, it's a mistake, whatever you want it to be, and say, oh, it's a mistake, but I gotta keep in line with the president, or we're gonna look stupid. And why wouldn't she turn to him? You know what I mean? She said 2.5 years. So which is it? Is she carrying water and lying? To protect the president? Because she didn't lie there, and it's at odds with what President misspoke about. Or, just maybe he thinks it's 3 years. There's a lot of people out there, they get fucked up. Not on drugs or anything, but they'll get stuck in their head that their brother or somebody even, it's like, well, he's 22, and he's 23, and you're like, shit. Then he turns 24, and you're like, well, he's turning 22, and you're like, fuck. One of those things where people, or a time period, or, you're in a band, and you think of when you started, and you always go, yeah, we started in 2015, and you're like, no, it's 2014. And you're like, ugh, and you always say 2015. You're just stuck with it. So maybe something like that happened in his mind. He just stuck with 3-4. 3.5 years, and there's certain words that like I'll spell. I can't think off the top of my head, but you'll spell them wrong to this day, and know you're spelling them wrong. Add an extra letter, and you'll catch yourself at the end of it. But you go, man, I still, out of habit, all it took was one time doing it. So maybe it's one of those. But I thought it was funny. Well, she's lying. She's carrying the water for the president. She didn't there. Hey, and Trump didn't bite her head off. Sit down.
The president. I love the team that I've had the opportunity to work for. The president is surrounded by some of the most incredible and most talented people you could ever imagine, and it's truly the most special experience. The only one I can think of that might top it just a little bit is the fact that I'm a mom. I have 3 amazing kids.
Lefties love that.
I'm going to spend a little more time with them.
That was a weird tongue thing from brother back here.
In the meantime, I'm going to continue to be one of the most outspoken and loyal supporters of the president and his agenda, and I know he's going to have an incredible 6 more years and get a whole lot more done, like what we're here to celebrate today, and I don't want to take away from that, so I certainly want to get back to the tremendous thing that the people behind me have done, and thank you so much, Mr. President. It's truly an honor.
And this was during the before they hug. This was during the prison reform, I believe, because I recognized this guy. And Kim K was there, and people want to talk shit about her. And the same people that are talking shit about her now were worshiping her, just for her ass. The lefties, you know what I mean, culturally, because people that like Hollywood are more likely to lean that way, as far as politics and culture. Like hedonism and stuff, like, oh man, Kim K is so great. I never watched, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. These people want to pretend like they never knew the girl, because it's like Kim K's doing great shit. The only people I respect are people that aren't necessarily in politics. There's somebody I saw on her story that said, oh my God, Kim K is in the White House. This is crazy. And then the next snap was, or Facebook story frame was, look, I'm not hating. She's for good cause. I'm for it. It's just, this timeline. Wow. And I'm like, I respect that, because that's not a, wow, just this timeline, man. A businessman, president, people with no experience doing things. Wow, we've got people talking shit to each other and breaking decorum. It's just like 2019 or something. It's like, shut up. But when somebody goes at it like that, it's like, wow, I never thought I would see Kim K in the White House advocating for prison reform. I'm down for it, but it's just, it's weird, because like when people say, hey man, Caitlyn Jenner, that's so odd. I grew up with Bruce Jenner being on my Wheaties box, and now this. But this is like a positive thing. You're like, I remember back when she was famous for Ray J, and the tape. And you're like, and there she is in the White House. And so all that, the Jenner scene never bothered the left-wingers. And then when she's trying to come up and do something that's fine, somebody like Kanye can take a hoe and make her into a trad wife. That's ultra-based. But she didn't want to take away from the big... Oh, it's over. But she didn't want to take away from the big day or the big moment. And so all these feminists and lefties could easily get, and even the hate Trump people, if they wanted to be smart, they would just say, well, they would say, well, how dare President Trump make her feel like that she couldn't say all she wanted to, and that she had to leave early, and that she just felt like she wasn't in the place to talk there, and that something was more important than her, a woman. See, they won't do it like that, because it all depends on what type of woman you are. And I know this is 2015 era shit, like, oh, so woke, Dylan. No, what I'm saying is just like, damn, just admit it. How can you say, well, like I've said this before in the analogy, you're eating food and you really just want cookies, but when you're a shitty little kid, you go, well, actually, I'm not a fan of broccoli. And then they're like, okay, if you're hungry, we've got a chicken pie. Well, actually, I don't feel like eating chicken pie either. I'm not that hungry. Okay. But I mean, but I want a cookie. Well, you just said you weren't hungry, or they keep offering them food and, well, I'm hungry, but, well, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that. How about you save your mother, your grandmother, whoever it is serving you food, spare them their fucking life, and 80 times of asking a question that just come out with it and say, well, I'm not eating unless I get some dessert, because that's what I want. Just come out with it. Just, if you're Jim Carrey, just come out with it and say, I fucking hate Huckabee Sanders, and they do, at least, but they want to play it both ways. Well, women's right, pussy power. And it's like, well, whenever a Republican woman gets up there, a woman who's conservative wants to be a traditional wife like Sarah Huckabee Sanders, and that's honorable to me. Look at Miley Cyrus looking at a cake that says abortion is health care. Oh yeah, you definitely want the MK Ultra prototype of, like, Gen Y, the millennials, party in the U.S. paused, or pausing in the USA. She's just a fucking train wreck, mind control. Choose her or somebody that knows their place, and people say, oh, well, that means you put them in their place. No, There's people that realize their place. And hell, a lot of these stories like Horton Hears a Who or anything like that, well, Horton was just looking for his place in life. And it's like, well, it's not wrong then, was it? A lot of this shit about fitting in or Ice Age or something, we're just trying to find, or, you know, a Lion King, we're just trying to find our pride. We're just trying to find where we're needed and wanted. That's filling a role. But when a trad like me says that, oh, well, you're trying to force women into these roles. No, I'm letting women make decisions. I'm just telling them what has worked. Here's Trump. After 3.5 years, our wonderful Sarah Huckabee Sanders will be leaving the White House at the end of the month and going home to the great state of Arkansas. She is a very special person. She's a very special person with extraordinary talents who has done an incredible job. I hope she decides to run for governor of Arkansas. She would be fantastic. Sarah, thank you for a job well done. And I'm not going to scroll down because everything's distracted. It's like, she'll be missed, and there's all these cunts like, unless someone hits her, it's like, oh, you got it, you fucking dickhead. Sandra Fuentes. Only Fuentes is Nick. And seeing, this is me, look, I'm seeing a lot of feminists support fellow women dingbats, forgetting that shitting on Sarah Huckabee Sanders contradicts their values. They don't have values, they just hate Republicans. That's why a lot of these people think that they're Democrats. That's the only, I'm for a two-party system, but the only complaint you could have for a two-party system, the best one you would have, is ones that lefties can't even use, because they're the ones always trying to be above it all. And the people that are quote-unquote in the middle or centrist, they're going to lean left, because the I just want to be left alone people at this point are the people that just want to, they I know it's been corrupted, but people say, I just wish we could all get along. That's code for, I'm willing to get steamrolled, why not you? It's not about getting along, it's about not causing controversy. It's about not, well, let's not be a stick in the spoke. No, sometimes you need to be a stick in the spoke of quote-unquote progress. These progressives, by default, they have to revolutionize and tear things down, and they can never be content with order, because you're not progressing in that sense. Just admit, hey, it's like, just admit, hey, well, all these Republicans are just terrible, this and that, and that's why Democrats are the best. No, just say that you don't like Republicans. Just say that Daddy was a Republican and he was too strict on you, or, well, there was my boss, he seemed like an asshole because he had to put up with me in my stupid behavior as an employee, and he paid me like I was supposed to, but he just wanted the trains to run on time. Damn Republicans. That's why a lot of people think that they're Democrats or even lefties, and this is the same reason with we think we got values. No, you just have opinions. See, if you were honest, you'd say, I hate non-lefties instead of I support women. Baloney. Thanks, Sarah. And they did Bye Felicia, which I thought was so fucking stupid. I said, I hope they find someone who's as good at wrangling the press tards as Sarah Huckabee Sanders. She's a mother. She knows what it's like to deal with a bunch of people whining and crying all the time and changing diapers and multitasking. You know, God bless the mothers out there. Grotesque, rude, pathological liars. Wow, Felicia's really trending. Oh, look at all these black people. I will go tribal on you. For the record, O.J. Simpson. Was it trending in? What the fuck? We'll have to get into that. But, yeah, it's nuts. People tripping. Tell me what you think on this political dank house shit. Shout out to Sarah. Good job. I used to watch this stuff back in the day when I had less people to watch on YouTube. I'd watch the Sean Spicer stuff, but yeah, Sarah was way better than Sean Spicer. Scaramucci was Anthony Scaramucci wasn't in there very long, but I mean he had the star power. You know air kisses, and I saw a tweet. If you click some of the tweets I just showed underneath, it's like, we'll bring back Scaramucci, and everybody's like, no. And then somebody was like, yeah, but the air kiss is so great. And I don't know if they were talking shit or not, but I don't really give a shit. And they're like, because there's no loss to me with Scaramucci, but hell, whoever makes him mad is going to be a good pick. But everybody air kisses, and everybody's like, still no. I mean, okay, whatever. Political Dank House. At me, bro. Political Dank House, Political Dank. Ellen Humperdinck, One Minute Carnival. DJ Lineberry, One Minute Carnival. Good luck to you out there. Praying for you, Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Thank you for being a mother, showing people what it's like. People want to talk shit about, well, she's rude, pathological liar, and this and that. She's doing her job. She did her job. She kept her mouth shut. In the extrovert sense, she kept her nose to the grindstone. I don't give a shit about what we kept class. We brought class to the White House because look at Ben Rhodes. He's just a little punk bitch. It's like, shut the fuck up about your decorum. I know I'm sparging right now, but my God, just shut up. It's the reason we're in the predicament we are now, is that people worship these lawmakers and stuff like they're above us. There's a reason they think they're above us, is because you guys put them on a pedestal. Well, our elected officials should be the best of the best. Good luck, dummy. With that, I'm going to say, hug them babies, hold them, kiss them tight. When you get back to Arkansas, enjoy you some time off, cook you a good meal. You know, that's all the shit that people used to make fun of you for doing. But hey, they can eat shit. And I'll be eating Sunday dinner at the Huckabee Sanders house for sure. Hit me up, Sarah. I'll come visit. Peace out, guys.